Welcome to Texas, ladies and germs, or Tetas, as those weird hats that they just announced say. It's opening day. It's everyone's most favorite time of the year. Now, I will preface this. The last time the Red Sox played the Rangers in opening day in Texas, I believe, was 2011. I remember watching that with my friend. That was the off-season where they went and made major changes after a down year. That year ended up being like the worst year of my life as a Red Sox fan. Hopefully this is different. Hopefully that was the Adrian Gonzalez, Carl Crawford year where they blew it at the end. But anyway, we got a new team. We got some new additions we talked about in spring training. Some guys who are on the verge of making this team very special. Here we are, finally here, playing our first game. We have no cakewalk. It's Jacob deGrom and the Rangers. Here are our projected stats. It looks like it's Devers. Story's going to steal. Duran's going to steal bases, and Story with his defense playing shortstop. They project him for a 6 WAR. They don't project us being very good. However, why not? Why can't we be very good? I think we could be very good. This guy wants to be very good again. Jacob deGrom, in just 10 innings last year, was great. Went down the shelf. Has 2 Cy Youngs, and is one of the best pitchers in my lifetime, in your lifetime probably. And we are ready for first pitch. Here we go. Baseball is back. Jarren Duran takes the fastball high, and we are officially underway in 2025. 2-2 count later on. Duran trying to start the season off on a high note, and he's late on the fastball on the upper outside corner. Would have been a ball, but again, I don't blame him swinging it. Jacob deGrom filth. I get it. I understand. And Duran is strikeout victim number 1. Devers up next, and he's strikeout victim number 2. Circle change down and in, and deGrom not wasting any time being sick, nasty with it. Alex Bregman, are you going to strike out, my friend? Not quite a strikeout. Does reach over the plate, get that slider, but pops it up to left field, and that will do it for the inning. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. Wyatt Langford will lead us off in the bottom of the first inning, followed by Josh Smith and then Corey Seager. We got an ace of our own, Garrett Crochet. 6-12 record last year, 209 strikeouts, just 146 innings. Absolute tank. Strikes out 35% of batters. Made all 32 starts for the White Sox last season. Obviously, we traded a big prospect haul to get him here. And the first batter he faces is Langford, who takes him deep in at-bat number 1. Definitely not the start you want to the season. A couple strikeouts on offense and then a bomb in the first at-bat pitching-wise. But let's let the dust settle. This is batter 1 of game 162. But Langford, an absolute stud. He's going to be a menace. We saw him a little bit in the Colorado Rockies franchise, how good he was, even though it was a limited time. He's an absolute tank. Corey Seager down 0-2. You don't want to get in that position on Crochet. He strikes out Seager as his first victim with the Red Sox. Then Jake Berga, into left field. Jarren Duran is under it, and that will do it for inning number 1. So Wyatt Langford does go deep. A little hanger by Crochet, but we're still shaking off some early season rust. I'm not too concerned about it. 1-0 Rangers here as we end the first inning. Pick things back up, bottom 2. Josh Young back in the lineup after missing most of last season with a bone fracture in his hand, I believe, and Duran just misplays it out there. Usually a very good fielder. Looks like just nonchalant and pulled up on the baseball, and that ended up going for a double. Alex Bregman, welcome to Boston, my friend. We decided to start him off while the rest of the team gets healthy. Also of note, Willie Abreu has been added to the opening day lineup. He was fine, was dealing with some illness in real life, so we put him on the shelf, but back for this game. And he's in right field. You see him chasing this pitch as Kyle Higashioka. All right, Wyatt Langford I can get. Kyle Higashioka, not pleased by that. Dinger by the Rangers as they take a 3-0 lead, but also shout out to Alex Bregman as we wait for Masataka Yoshida to get healthy. He'll be playing third base with David Hamilton starting at second. Crochet does end the second inning with a strikeout on lefty Jock Peterson, but does give up another home run. A weak one here, but Higashioka muscles it out, and we are behind. Top four, DeGrom has been absolutely filthy against us. Yet to allow a base runner before Devers. Fastball, middle, perfect. Out to right center field over that tough hump. Playing live, I thought that was like, oh no, that's going to hit that top little hump they have out there. But nope, right over it, 416, buck 12 off the bat. And Rafael Devers, your first hit. I feel like every year he homers on opening day in real life. If you're a betting man, and don't take any betting advice from me, but Devers home run on opening day might be in the cards. Tristan Casas, he's next here in the fourth inning, expecting a big season from him. He chops it down shortstop, and Seager lays out and robs Casas of a hit. If he had any more than just 3 speed, he probably beats that out. But incredible play by Seager, not really known for his defensive prowess, but he lays out and robs Casas of a hit there. Another little thing, these little starter comparisons, these graphics they've added to the show this year, real nice. 3 runs, 3 hits given up by Crochet. 1 run, 1 hit given up by DeGrom. Crochet does get a double play here, and this is nice that we have an improved defense in the infield, and Bregman has a lot to do with that. He starts the double play around the horn, and then Peterson again just 2 feet outside, swings at it. 2 feet inside, swings at it. Just can't figure out Crochet, and he walks off the mound with a pretty decent inning. Into the 6th inning now. We got a strikeout of Don Rafaela, and we're showing DeGrom still going strong here. The absolute perfect opening day he could have asked for himself, dealing with injuries, dealing with coming back, and he's been dealing against us. Look at that curveball. That's absolute filth against Jarren Duran, and he goes down looking. Top of the order coming up for Texas. In the 6th, Jake Berger strikeout on Crochet. That's probably going to be the day for Crochet. If you've noticed the energy bars, I don't know if you can see them, they were really low. Like, you were running out of energy at 70 pitches. I did move the sliders up a little bit. I think two rungs for each me and the computer. So in future games, guys, we will go a little bit deeper. Want to keep it realistic. Don't want them throwing 140 pitches, but they should at least be throwing 100 is what it is. Casas double, our second base runner of the day. Not robbed this time. Again, our second offensive highlight coming in the 7th inning. DeGrom has been filthy. Casas able to hit it to the opposite gap. And here comes Bochy to come and get his stud ace. DeGrom, fantastic. He's going to finish this one off. And he is responsible for running at second base. Cole Winn is going to come in, a hybrid starter reliever, I believe. 7.79 ERA. Mostly out of the bullpen, or all out of the bullpen last year. Multi-inning guy, it seems. We'll see what he has for us. And this is one of those situations where, hey, get a new pitcher in here. That could help. It didn't. Trevor Story, too short, and he will be retired to end the inning. So nothing comes of that for us. We do get a double. We do chase DeGrom. At least he's out of the game, but still nothing doing. Garrett Whitlock, he is someone I'm extremely excited for. Tried to move, was an absolute bulletproof reliever in 2021 when the Red Sox went the ALCS. You tried to make him into the starter. I get it. I understand. And he just couldn't keep healthy. Now in this bullpen role, clean inning, finished off with a strikeout on Dolis Garcia. That's what we should be expecting from Garrett Whitlock all season long. Chris Martin, former Red Sox, now going to be the closer of the Rangers, looks like, this year. And here he is in the 9th inning. Again, nothing really going on for us all games. Don Rafaela chases outside. That's to second base. That is out number 1. Brings up Jarren Duran. 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts against DeGrom. So he's glad that he's out of the game. What does old friend Chris Martin have for him? Perfect swing. Duran, center field, and this will die out there. No, Leota Taveras, or Jock Peterson, which is, I don't know why the hell they have Jock Peterson in center field. But yeah, perfect, just robbed. That's just kind of how it's been all day. That's just kind of the game we played. And Rafael Devers trying to beat Martin here, keep this game alive. He gets a fastball high. He hits it well. 107 off the bat, and that one clears the fence. Going bridge. Rafael Devers doing the damn thing. Second home run opening day also brings us with one swing away from tying this game. We have Bregman, Costas due up here. Either one of those guys could tie this one up, but Rafael Devers, he is a special, special player. We have him in Beantown for 10, 11 more years. He's absolutely crazy. Bregman trying to keep the game alive. Sinker inside, makes good contact with it, but unfortunately can't do any damage to it. And the Texas Rangers win. So we do drop opening day. However, we are very looking forward to what this season has in store for us. But a decent showing. Would have loved to see the offense do something. That would have been nice. But Crochet looked pretty good. 2 home runs. The bullpen didn't give up any runs. We just couldn't really muster anything up against Jacob deGrom. You can't really blame you for that. We do drop game 1, but we move on to the next night. Next night where we are, I think, I didn't quite see the graphic. I think we're up by 1 here. Liam Hendricks up 1, bottom of the 8th. Liam Hendricks versus Josh Young in game number 2. Trying to close this out, get our first win, and then Young down the line. Costas dives, but hits off the bag. I don't know if Costas gets to that, but definitely hitting off the bag gives him no chance of getting there. And we watch that game-tying run come in, and now all of a sudden they are set up to try to take the lead. Just right there, boom. Costas probably just knocks it down. Runner at third. Does he get the out? Again, that is fantasy land at this point, but right now we're just down our tied game here at 3, and Ceddanne Rafaela moves over to make the catch on Garcia, and that will do it for the inning. Unfortunately, we weren't able to kind of keep this game at bay. Again, just 4 hits. They have 9, but we have Bregman, Casas, Story. Here we are, runner at first base, Willie Abreu, 0-2 count. He's going to get hit off the tush, and Willie Abreu with those flowing locks moves over to first base. Now Connor Wong up the middle, but right to the outfielder in center field. It's probably Peterson again. Do we send the runner? Probably not. I don't think there was too much speed there on third base, but I'm fine keeping it. Loading the base up for David Hamilton, who's come through time and time again for us last year, and just in front of the circle change, and we do not score. So we load the bases up, nothing to show for it. Romy Gonzalez comes in to play first base. I think he was a pitch hit. I think Costas walked or got a hit or something. And then Zach Kelly is going to come out. He's up and down. I think everyone is going to remember Zach Kelly for that 9,000 foot home run he gave up to Aaron Judge. I remember watching that game and being like, that is the farthest home I've ever seen in this ballpark. But he had some great moments for the Red Sox at the end, kind of got lit up, but right there, good filthy strikeout. Weren't able to move this runner over from second base, and Devers gets a good piece of the fastball, but just chops it into the dirt, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. We keep that runner stranded there, and we're going to bring in Aroldis Chapman. And Corey Seager, glad we did. He's going to beat Story, not get a great jump. Duran throws into home plate, and just in ahead of the tag is the runner from second base. The Rangers, and I think that's Ezekiel Duran, ends up winning, and we drop back-to-back games to open our season, especially this one where we had the lead late, gave it up due to some just flukes, and then ground ball that you need, just found a hole. And that, again, that's baseball, man. You'll hear me say that so often. I swear to you. Have another moment here, this time against Baltimore. And we have a 3-run lead, or a 2-run lead. Aroldis Chapman up, trying to knock down the save. We're up by 2. 2 runners on. Jorge Mateo is going to stride into the box. Not exactly a power threat, so this should be good. I would like for this to be good. High fly ball into left field. They moved the fence all the way back, and then they moved the fence back in, so now they kind of have that Goldilocks zone that they want now that they're good. I wish I could do that, just move the dimension of my ballpark depending how good or bad my team is. Whatever. Move the runner over to third. This fly ball, Abreu's there. Does have a cannon of an arm. We'll see. He throws it all the way. Costas cuts it off, and that will score the run. Gunnar Henderson up next, but lefty. You feel comfortable here. The cover boy up at the plate hasn't been having the greatest season, and then just middle fastball, and that's the game. See you later, alligator. Aroldis Chapman being my closer. Am I thrilled about it at any level? Also, super sick animation there. No, not even a little bit. We'll give him probably a month, 6 weeks. If he can't, we'll then move. Liam Hendricks, from what I've seen in Sim and the stats as we've gone on, his stats don't look too hot either. But yeah, Aroldis Chapman on my baseball team still makes me upset. But Gunnar Henderson doing Gunnar Henderson things here against us. Yeah, I mean, is what it is. One of the best players in the league, and we lose. Some of our players have come back from injury. A lot of those guys who were banged up during spring training are back. We did see that Willie Abreu did start opening day. He is back playing right field against right-handed pitchers. Masaki Yoshida in the lineup against righties, as well as our DH. Bregman's moving over to second base. Devers over to third base. Vaughn Grissom has moved down. Nick Sogard has moved down in those moves as well. So still got Romy, still got David Hamilton, Rob Refsnyder, and Blake Sabol, as well as the usual suspects here. In the pitching rotation, it looks a lot more like we thought it was going to look like to begin the season. Crochet, Houck, Bueller, Brian Bayo came back, it was good, and Lucas Giolito gave us 5 innings his first inning. Priester and Fitz have moved down, with Sil Whitlock, Chris Well, Kelly Wilson, Slayton, Bernardino, Hendricks, and Chapman. A rainy day at Fenway as we are back here in Boston for the first time here. Always love the home openers, and we got our full team back basically. I don't really think anyone on the shelf other than Cutter Crawford and Patrick Sandoval, but everyone else is back. Giolito and Brian Bayo ended up getting back, and we are ready for opening day here in Boston, taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. And there's a lot of talk between Boston and St. Louis this year, when we still didn't have a third baseman, or we still didn't have that impact right-handed bat. And a lot of people were saying, hey, that impact right-handed bat was going to be Nolan Arenado. And it didn't end up being Nolan Arenado. It ended up being our good friend Alex Bregman. So it's nice to see Arenado come here so early. A nice little storyline. And Walker Buehler is getting the ball on opening day. Didn't have the greatest first outing against Texas, and starts it off with a walk here. Lars Nootbaar, the most famous Japanese person in this venue, I guess, starts it off with a walk, but then Casas quickly guns him down with a double play turn. Good job by Casas. Not exactly known for the glove, but has steadily improved, at least in real life, over his first season to his second season. Very massive improvement, even though he's been dealing with injuries. He is an improved defender, and we'll see if that gets replicated here in the game. Cutter inside, thought it was a good pitch, good location, but Wilson Contreras just was ready for it, and he puts it 384 feet to left field over the monster, and the first Fenway home run does not go to one of our beloved Red Sox, but goes to one of those Red Birds. Good pitch. Cutter inside, it didn't catch too much of the plate, but enough to watch Contreras muscle it out is what it is. Nolan Gorman, one of our friends from the Rockies franchise, he goes into center field, and he'll be on with a single. All right, shout out Nolan Gorman. Alec Burleson, 278 hitter this year. That average is going on up. Duran is going to have to play this off of the wall. San Rafael there backing him up. And Gorman, not the fleetest of foot, but that ball just took a high bounce. Just one of those pop fly doubles that you see, and that allowed him to scoot all the way around, and the Cardinals have a 2-run lead just like that. We haven't even taken our hacks yet, and they are up by multiple runs already. Duran, good job getting it in, but couldn't really quite stop the run from scoring. Nolan Arenado would have been a friend, but now an adversary still as a sinker inside, gets some swinging. And we'll see if we can do some damage here early, get this game back to even at least. And you've got Eric Fitty on the bump. One of the top priorities for players last year, teams last year at the trade deadline. Ended up going to the Cardinals, so didn't really do anything, and now he's a prime suspect to get flipped at some point this offseason. Devers in an 0-2 count, fouling off pitches, ends up putting that cutter into center field as he splits the shift they have on him. And 3-2 count. Casas hits the ball hard, but on the ground, Arenado fields it like it's nobody's business. Still one of the best fielders last year. I think in real life accumulated a 2.5-3 WAR by basically all fielding value. Speaking of fielding value, Trevor Story, one of those types of players, but gives a home run here. Excited to see a full, hopefully healthy season of Trevor Story. What can he do over a course of 140, 150 games? All we're asking, we're not asking for too much from him. Give us 15 to 20 home runs, play good defense, hit whatever. It is what it is. Alex Cora is out to talk to the boys in blue, and it looks like it's going to be a 30-minute rain delay. We are going to decide, you know what, Walker Buehler didn't have his best stuff. He's going to come out cold. We're going to give this one to Cooper Criswell. He's going to be basically our de facto starter. Didn't start off great. Not any of his fault, though. It was a ground ball that Devers just couldn't quite handle. Tried to really rifle it over to first base. Ended up airmailing it. Then Wilson Contreras strikes again. Another extra base hit. This time a double to right field. And that will bring home Nootbaar. Abreu tries to gun him out. Ooh, would have been close. Again, Abreu, 99 arm strength in this game. He's an absolute stud out there in the outfield, but it's going to be a double from Contreras nonetheless. Alec Burleson already done damage to us before, and he's going to do damage again here. Abreu can't take a good angle to it. This will roll all the way to the bullpen wall, and it's all of a sudden 4-1 Cardinals. As it does not matter who's been pitching, they've gotten to him pretty easily here to open up this game. Nolan Arenado 0 for 1. Yeah, make it 1 for 2. Absolutely demolishes a circle change. Middle. Can't throw that slop to him. I know we talked about, he's only a defender. He doesn't really have the bat anymore. He's not what he used to be. Anyone in the major leagues is going to do damage on that pitch. So, it's what it is. Now it's 6-1. Finally, we get the out as Bregman, nice range over there at second base. Saw him make a pretty good play at third. Now making a pretty good play at second. Ivan Herrera, another guy that was rumored to be coming over to Boston potentially. He is set down, and that will do it for the inning. Bottom three now, Ceddanne Rafaela, 167 batting average early in the season. The bat's the bat. It is what it is. We're asking him to play good defense, just like this. Lars Nootbaar robbing Ceddanne. That was cruel. You don't need to rob Ceddanne Rafaela of a hit. Duran, Bregman, Casas, Devers, I get. You're robbing Ceddanne Rafaela of a hit. That's just rude. Very rude. Pick things up back in the bottom of the fourth now, as nothing really going on for either offense the last couple until Trevor Story gets a sinker, and he's having a good day against Eric Fetty, I'll tell you that. Home run earlier. Now he's going to add a double to the ledger. And Trevor Story standing on second base with a 2-out double. Willie Abreu, can he drive him home? It looks like he will. The slowest roller of all time allows Story to zip around third base and come home. And now it is 6-2. Boston creeping back up. Connor Wong, that's a cutter upstairs, and he whiffs at it. So he will go down swinging, but Willie Abreu and Trevor Story combined for a couple of hits. Give us a little bit closer. Still down by 4, but again, a little bit closer. Wilson Contreras, again. Did I call him William before? I feel like I heard myself say William Contreras. Maybe that's why he's battering me from calling him the wrong name, but his brother's better, fun fact. But today he could have fooled me. absolute madman out there. He gets a single. Next pitch, Gorman pops up, and Devers is over for the out. Now this sets up the double play. One ground ball away from getting out of the jam is Cooper Criswell. Alec Burleson has not been very helpful in letting us get out of jams, but he lends a hand here. Bregman, Story, back to Casas, and that is 4-6-3, just like you read about. And Cooper Criswell does get out of the jam. And runners in the corners, no out. 2 pitches later, he's out of the inning unscathed. Like to see that from Criswell, probably his last inning. Didn't really get a chance to warm up coming out of the break, whatever. Jared Duran, sinker left high. He hits this one to the monster, and that is over the monster. Hits on one of the signs up there. Would have been Lansdowne bound. But now he goes bridge here. Shout out Dennis Eckersley. Shout out Jared Duran, his second home run of the season. Absolutely puts it over the wall. And he gets us back to it. It's a 6-5 game now. As down just 1 run, Casas cutter upstairs. He lets that one go, and it's going to be called a strike. But either way, Jaron Duran. Duran. Party time in Boston. Down by just 1 now here in this stretch of game. We'll see if we have enough time to kind of come back up and make this one a ball game. Brendan Bernardino, one of the unsung heroes the last couple of years. Has been a very, very good reliever, in my opinion, watching every game because I'm a sick freak. He's been really good for the Red Sox the last couple of years. Obviously, haven't coincided with great, memorable years. But Brendan Bernardino, really nice lefty, controllable arm. He gets a clean inning here. Keeps us in the mix. Story, Abreu, Wong here for the 6th. Connor Wong gets Kyle Lehey. He draws the walk with 2 outs, and that's going to pull Lehey. And they're going to go the bullpen. So trying to start this little 2-out rally. And they're going to bring in Matthew Liberatore. Liberatore, a former first-round pick from Tampa Bay, was always looked at like this kid's going to be nasty. I believe out of high school he signed, was traded, I believe, in the Randy Arozarena deal. And everyone's like, what the hell? Liberatore just had so much more name recognition over than Arozarena. No one really know who Randy Arozarena was. That ended up being exactly what he needed. And now we're going to go to the bench. Masataka Yoshida is going to come out. Romy Gonzalez is going to come on in to face the lefty, try to get this rally going. And Romy was a late, hey, are you going to win the second base job guy? Let's see what he has against Liberatore. Kind of exactly what Refsnyder is, but just a ring below. And it's all about Romy. Romy Gonzalez keeps the inning alive, and now we're an extra base hit away from maybe even taking the lead here against St. Louis, which is real nice. Can Ceddanne Rafaela be the guy to do it? Was robbed the base hit earlier. Slider hanging, just didn't get the exit results that you want. Probably should hit that ball a lot harder. Here's what it do be. We keep the bases with 2 men on, we strand the runners, what it is. Justin Slayton has been probably our best reliever so far early on this season. He gets the ground ball he needs to turn 2 at Bregman and Story, and that leads us in the 8th inning where Jojo Romero comes out. Rob Refsnyder we bring in against the lefty. Now we have both of our lefty masters being used in this game, and Refsnyder, he draws the walk, and Romero comes out. I like in this game, I don't know, I think, move the manager hook up a little bit for the CPU. I did notice last year that they would leave guys in a little bit too long. So make it a little more realistic. Also, I think they just updated, as of me recording this today, this is the 16th, a couple days later, they did add, they're supposed to be fixing that bullpen issue where the innings in games are weird. You have like guys in your low relief or pitching 180 innings. So hopefully that fixes that as well. But either way, Helsley, he gets the pitch he needs to get out of the inning. And we move into the bottom or the top of the 9th where Justin Wilson up now. Slider can't do anything with it. It's Nootbaar, and he gets out of it. So 3 chances to get this one going. It's Gonzalez, Rafaela, and Duran. We're going to pinch hit Romy for Blake Sable. And he is going to swing and miss at a nasty 12-6. When you're gearing up for 102, 103, 104 for Helsley, and you get that fucking Uncle Charlie, oof. And also, why are you wearing sunglasses when it's raining like a jackass? Is what it is. San Rafael late on the slider, and he goes to Nootbaar, who makes a way more routine play than he did before. And then Jarren Duran, you are our only hope. Can you do anything with it? High contact against lefties. Puts a charge in this one. 103 off the bat, but just like in Texas in the 9th inning, got a really good swing. Just didn't get the result. Does it here to end the game this time. So the Cardinals come in. They take game number 1. So I don't think we won a single game in this episode. We blew 2 games at the end. We lost our 2 games we played. Rough start here to begin 2025. And the Cardinals win the series, or lead the series. Walker Buehler only went whatever. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll see if we can bounce back next time. After the loss to St. Louis, it's been a tough start. 5-9 to begin our season, but I think we have the players turning around. I think we have the team turning around, and I think this next upcoming stretch, we have Chicago twice. So we have 7 games with them upcoming. We have Tampa Bay, who's middling, and then Toronto and Cleveland all in the middle here. So we can have a real good end of this month. I think that will be super fun, super fly for us. Also, look at that. We're just always playing afternoon games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight games on the road. 6 straight games at 1 o'clock, which is interesting. But yeah, so we will pick things up next time here with the Boston Red Sox. So if you're excited, make sure to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. More Boston Red Sox MLB The Show 25 franchise coming your way. We'll see you next time.